Like many that have watched the show, I absolutely adore The Boys, the television adaptation that's undoubtedly better than the comics it's based on, and probably one of the best comic book television adaptations out there alongside Invincible and Watchmen. And this third season gladly doesn't miss a single beat. The show is as grotesque and violent as ever, while still being very poignant, intelligent, and insightful about not only the superhero landscape and its tropes, but about modern society, politics, and pop culture. And while the entire season is phenomenal, the show has an incredible back half, specifically episodes 6 through 8, with a major plot twist revealing that Soldier Boy is actually Homelander's father, and leaves you off with a crazy twist ending that has me and everyone alike already begging for season 4. One of the most interesting things about season 3 is the exploration of having great power, specifically Butcher acquiring said power and finding himself acting more and more like the supes he targets. But compared to all the other stuff that happens in this season, it doesn't get nearly as much attention or nuance as it should until episodes 7 and 8. This entire season, beyond Butcher, however, is still about the importance and dangers of having power and influence over people, and what that can entail and everything else in between. Homelander's arc this season is all about how he's so incredibly insecure and desperate to be loved and respected by everyone, but just can't help but see everyone around him as nothing but beneath him. Huey struggles with his masculinity and the power imbalance between him and Starlight, which leads him on the path of taking temporary compound V like Butcher, as he no longer wants to be the lowest lane in the relationship. And both Kimiko and Ryan go through story arcs about how badly they both wished they didn't have their destructive powers. Victoria Newman's storyline is all about her quest for political power and influence, and Stan Edgar literally tells Starlight that having the type of influence she has over people is the greatest power there is, and which she uses to get out of potentially dangerous situations more than once. This show has also finally become as inappropriate as the comics it's based on, so look out for episode 6 of this season. The story's twists and turns in episodes 6 through 8 are again excellent, and that aggressively makes its case for why it did get greenlit for a 4th season, because me and the rest of the audience obviously want more of this show. As for the cast, Anthony Starr as Homelander is truly what makes this show special, being one of the most interesting and complex villains in modern TV history. Carl Urban is always fun to watch as Billy Butcher, but the character has so much to unpack this season, both emotionally and story-wise, it's hard to nail down a real character arc for him outside of his scenes and dynamic with Huey. Outside of the male leads, Aaron Moriarty's Starlight, Karen Fukihara's Kimiko, Dominique McElligot's Queen Maeve, Colby Milfy's Ashley, and Claudia Dumit's Victoria Newman all have excellent and compelling storylines and character arcs with both nuance and action. And Laz Alonso's MM has a very powerful storyline about black masculinity and generational trauma, which is contrasted very well with Jesse T. Usher's A-Train, whose storyline is also about generational trauma to an extent, police brutality, and anti-blackness. And then there's the new super team on the show, Payback, which I'm still surprised didn't get a whole lot of screen time, with the season choosing to focus on already established characters, even though Payback is incredibly important to the entire plot of the season. Laurie Holden as Crimson Countess and the rest of the members of Payback were relatively wasted besides Black Noir, who we finally learn more about, even though his origin story is incredibly different from the comics. Jensen Ackles is fun to watch as Soldier Boy, but never really elevates him into seeming like a real character compared to every other character in the show, and you're never really allowed to connect with him on a deeper level until the last 2 episodes when he finally opens up. But besides all those minor criticisms, this season was still fantastic, with an even better ending, and I'm so pumped for season 4. So that's my review of The Boys season 3. What did you think? What did you think of the season as a whole? What did you think of this video? Share all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can never miss more videos like this. And to also follow my Instagram so you never miss the latest updates on when videos of mine are coming out. And to also just like and admire some fan art of mine that I regularly post on there. Some of that should be showing up on the screen right now. And the link to my Instagram is always located in the descriptions under all of my videos, so you can always check that out there. Alright, bye everyone.
Buddy, you think you look strong? You wearing a kick.
That chopper, that's that opera stopper. Hey, yo, pop, I fell in love with all this. Hey, you in love with drama. Say, baby, I'm not salsa, baby, but I keep it long. Got no pull up and I knew I had you riding in a Honda. All these tattoos on my fucking